Hey team, I am so pumped that you're here watching this video because if you're taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch this, I know that you're ready to take action. In this short video, I'm going to teach you everything about the BBR Fat Loss formula and how we've got so many of our clients across our gyms and our online members these epic results and how all of our members continue to progress even when they lost that initial weight and they continue to build strength and to build muscle and they keep the weight off. I'm going to try and keep this video under 10 minutes for you because I know everyone has busy schedules, and you can also watch me on 1.2 speed because at BBR, we're all about efficiency. Next slide. So if you've been trying to lose weight, if you feel like you need to lose 5, 10, 15, 20 kilos, if you want that lean, toned, defined body that so many of our BBR clients have built, this video is going to give you a breakdown on training, nutrition, and exactly how they do it. Again, a short video that's going to give you an overview on how we set our clients up for success. Firstly, I want to tell you a little bit about me. My name's Ryan. I started BBR in 2017. After reviewing all of our spreadsheets and the food plans that we've done, we've calculated we've helped over 2,800 people since 2017. And even before that, when I was coaching as a strength and conditioning coach and had my own clients before I started the gyms, it's even more than that. So we're very well versed and we specialize in fat loss and body transformations. I also want to tell you quickly about my story and why I am so passionate about training and nutrition and helping people change their physiques. Because as a kid, I struggled. And if I'm going to be honest and open with you guys here and have some real chat, I always felt like I was a kid that was the chubbier one. I really did struggle with body image when I was younger. So now, I'm very, very passionate about making sure that people have simple systems that's easy to execute, that they can do, that's repeatable, because the simple systems that can be repeated on a day-to-day basis is what gets results. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted that physique so much. I used to steal my brother's gym magazines and I would steal his protein powder, even though back then it was in like a Milo tub and it was so thick and it was so clumpy. But I remember I was so determined to get that physique that I was going to do any measures to get there. From my teenage years, I went on and I did an apprenticeship. I lost my way a little bit with drinking and partying, but after a while I realised that I wasn't living my full potential. So I moved from Ballarat in Victoria to Perth. I started studying online to be a personal trainer and to be a strength and conditioning coach and now a sports nutritionist. And now we've had the gyms since 2017. So it's been a bit of a wild ride. I love what I do. As you can tell, I'm pretty passionate. Here's a few of my photos back when I did my first half marathon, I think it was at City to Surf. From there, I did a bodybuilding show, another photo shoot, another physique show, and then from there, I've done photo shoots in different competitions and done different types of strength training, which has produced different amounts of muscle gain, and every year I'm challenging myself to do different things to make sure I'm updated with the science, trying new protocols, because I think that's what a good coach does. A good coach is always in the trenches, trying new things, trying new protocols, keeping up to date with the science, and then relaying it back to his clients on what's working, because our thing is about efficiency. We're trying to get you to burn fat as fastly as we can and build and retain as much muscle as we can to make sure you've got strong bones and you've got a low visceral fat as well, which means you're really, really healthy. Here's my family. I'm a dad of 3 beautiful girls. Esme is our baby that was born earlier in 2025. I've also got twin girls, Madison and Mackenzie, and here's a photo of my partner Amy, who is an absolute weapon in her own right. She's a developer in Bali, and this photo is of her first ever site where I think there was 16 villas built on that. So between us, we've got 5 kids, we've got 2 dogs and 6 businesses. So we're busy parents ourselves, and that's why I think over the years we keep sharpening our sword, we keep making these systems even faster and more efficient for all of our clients to get the results they want. This is our team. These are our head coaches, Jean, Justine, and Sage. They are, in my opinion, some of the best coaches I've come across, not just at our gyms, but in the industry. They genuinely care about all of our members, and they all have the same burning desire that I do to get clients success. And we often talk about our members that are absolutely killing it. When we sit around, and this is without it's hard to explain, but we all get goosebumps when our clients are doing a really good job and working towards their goals, because we know how important it is to some people to achieve their goals. Some people have been overweight all their lives, 5, 10, 15 kilos. So when we get people those results, it's pretty special, not just for our clients, but for all of us as well. So we practice what we preach. All of these guys are really well versed in all the aspects of fitness and body transformation, training, nutrition, recovery, habit, behavior, all of those things. They're really well versed. So these are the guys that do all of our check-ins for our clients doing nutrition and body transformations. Okay, what you're going to learn in the next 10 minutes, the BBR Fat Loss Formula, why so many people fail and fall off the wagon, why our members have so much success, and how you can start to get immediate results. We all thrive from 3 things: accountability, structure, and encouragement. I'm also going to be dropping some transformations throughout the slides and giving you a quick overview on some of the BBR success stories. Nicole here is a BBR member. She's lost 10 kilos in 10 months. Slow and steady wins the race. So she's absolutely killing it, works super hard. Here are some more results. So Denise is a busy mum. She owns a cafe here in Perth. Early mornings, she's still in the gym, managing her team, but she's lost 16 kilos, and that was across 2 challenges. I'll try and give you the time frames as well, because that's something we get asked all the time. What was the time and length of the transformation? So I'll try and remember to give you as much detail as I can around the transformation. Ryan on the right, again, he's another person in hospitality. He owns a restaurant, so he's got late nights, but he's still in the gym every morning nice and early. Across 12 weeks, he lost 3.2 kilos of fat and gained 600 grams of muscle. Some of these guys have had DEXA scans, so I can give you accurate reading on fat loss and muscle gain, where some of them have just had scale weight and scale results. So some of them would have probably potentially built more muscle, so they would have burnt more fat in the process as well. But I'm just trying to give you the real statistics that I can tell you with as much certainty as I can. So Pip and Derek were in the first slide. So Pip and Derek are hard-working parents, and they took out the transformations of the year in 2025. Collectively, they've lost 26 kilos. So Pip has lost 10 kilos. Pip also gained 4.5 kilos of muscle. And why I really like to emphasize this is because a lot of people say, I don't want to get bulky, I don't want to put on too much muscle, where Pip in this photo has put on 4.5 kilos of muscle, and I wouldn't say that she's bulky by any means. Derek, on the other hand, he's lost 16 kilos of fat and gained 600 grams of muscle, and the same thing there. I wouldn't say he's bulky by any means, but he's got a great lean, tone, and muscular physique. And this was both over 12 months of work. So they've done a great job and very, very impressive. Let's quickly talk about why people get stuck. I think being busy parents, we all have the same type of issues that we are confronted with. 1, not enough time. We're exhausted from work and family commitments. From that comes inconsistent training, rocking up to the gym with no plan, no structure, and just kind of winging it. A term that I hear a lot from people is like they'll just go to the gym and just use what's not being used, which is the last thing you want to do. You want to go into the gym with a plan, with structure, so you know that you're progressing week on week. That's where we see some of the biggest gains getting left on the table. Your training doesn't have to be complicated or complex. It's just simple movements done with proper form, proper technique that gets the results. A lot of people get stuck because they hit plateaus and they don't know how to manage their training or how to progress their training. People are also trying to do it alone, so no coaching, no accountability. Here's a photo of Tyra. She's fully transformed her physique over the years while training with us at BBR. I think in total she's lost around 5 to 7 kilos of fat, but we don't really need to give you any stats. I think she just looks absolutely amazing in these transformation photos. Common and shared goals. So this is what we hear from a lot of people coming into our programs. People want to feel confident again. People want to see real, consistent physical change. We want to build strength. Anyone over 30, I think, should have a goal that they need to at least keep the strength they have, or to be continuing to build strength. A lot of people always say that they want to lose a couple of kilos of fat, where I think most people are probably in that boat where everyone can lose a couple of kilos of fat. Again, we always talk about visceral fat, which is the toxic fat around your main organs. People want more energy. People want to be bouncing out of bed. That's one thing I hear all the time. People are dragging themselves out of bed, to have that lack of motivation. And I really think that if you have your nutrition on point, and if you're training consistently, you have consistent energy coming into your system, it's much easier to manage, and you have a more steady flow of energy and a higher amount of energy as well. people have a common goal to stop starting over, which is a huge one. We want all of our clients to feel like they're continually progressing, not ever starting over. So that's one cycle that we're definitely going to try and break. Beck here has lost over 10 kilos of fat. She's gained a significant amount of lean tissue, and she's also a vegan. Beck is very proud, so vegan power. She's absolutely smashed her training, and that was over 2 challenges at BBR, over 2 6-week challenges. Okay, this is the motivation flow. This is what I want to discuss quickly, because this is what we see as a bit of a cycle with a lot of people that have come to BBR and what they've been doing leading into getting the results when they start with us. So they get a little bit of motivation. They've either got summer coming up, they've got a wedding anniversary, they've got a holiday coming up. So they might get a plan off someone, or they might download something off YouTube, and they'll have extreme effort for a couple of weeks. Now, then this happens. They either don't see results, life happens, something comes up, they get an injury, or they start feeling fatigued and burnt out. Or if they've got some underlying issues with self-sabotage, they might start emotionally eating again. We've seen that happen in the past a lot with people as well. But any one of these factors is enough to throw you off target. So we want to make sure that you've got all the tools, the support, the accountability to make sure that when you get 2 or 3 weeks in, we even do it 1 or 2 weeks in to make sure that if we don't think your fat loss is happening at the rate that we can make it happen, we will either reduce your calorie intake, reduce your carbohydrate intake, increase your output through steps or through training. They're all the dials that we can change on a week-to-week basis to make sure that you're progressing towards your goals. That's how we guarantee results at BBR, because we update things on a weekly basis if we need to. When we set someone up on a plan, we always talk about the longest runway of progression, which is about minimal effective dosage. We want you to get the most return on investment through being time and energy and effort. But then we also want to make sure that when the time comes, when the return on your effort and intensity starts to slow, we change your plans so then you can start seeing that those rapid results again. So that's all about making small little tweaks to your plan when the time is right. We try and get the most amount of results we can on what you're currently eating through your calorie intake and your output being your training. And then when they start to slow, we just slowly move those dials to make sure that you keep progressing at the rate we want you to progress. The other things that happen: holidays, travel, Christmas, Easter, birthdays, births, deaths. These are all the things that happen in a life cycle over the years, over your calendar. There's never a month, 6 weeks or 8 weeks where you don't have any holidays, travel, because we know moving into the start of the year, we'll have Australia Day, then we have Easter, then someone will have a holiday, then we'll have a birthday. All of those things drop into our calendar pretty frequently. And that's not even considering any social events, work dues, partner work dues, all of those things that come in. And then the cycle repeats. Let's talk about how to break the cycle. So motivation comes from progress. Happiness comes from progress. To break the cycle, you must see progress. To get progress fast, you must go all in. And by all in, we talk about 80%, 100% of the time. Release limiting beliefs. So if you do have any of those old habits or those old limiting beliefs, we want you to leave those stories behind. Start a new chapter and step into the new you. Sounds a little bit woo-woo, I know, but true transformation starts between the ears. I'm very, very big on that. The mind controls the body. So we have to be the one that facilitates change through our thoughts and what we do in our actions. Here's a photo of Kat. She's lost 25 kilos since joining BBR and continues to build muscle and strength week on week. Let's talk about the BBR Fat Loss Formula now. The 4 pillars of the BBR transformation system: strength-based training. One thing a lot of people will tell me is they don't want to do any burpees, any box jumps, and I agree. I do those things when I need to for a bit of fun, but I definitely don't suggest doing them on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. You don't need to do those things at all if you don't like doing them. If you enjoy doing it, then it becomes a management through injury prevention. But our pillars are based around strength training, good form, good technique with tempos, structured nutrition plans and macros, weekly accountability and support in the gym and for our online community. But we all thrive off 3 things: structure, accountability, encouragement, and then support is the additional one that sort of falls into accountability and structure as well. Simple plans anyone can follow. That is the nuts and bolts of everything. It has to be simple. Busy parents they don't have the bandwidth to take on any complex structures, because between kids logistics, school sports, weekend sports, winter sports, summer sports, and then your own work, your meetings, your appointments, then showing up to be a good parent, showing up to be a good partner, your bandwidth is typically pretty full. So I haven't yet to meet any parents that have just gone, okay, I don't have anything on my plate, give me whatever you need to give me and I'll follow it to a T because I've got all the time in the world. It just doesn't happen. Okay, let's talk about training that gets results. No more hours of cardio. HIIT classes, burpees, just smart, structured weight training. That gets results. We train to build lean muscle and to burn fat. Simple, structured, and we try and make it actually enjoyable. So we build out programs that people enjoy. Over the years, we've done so many programs, and the feedback we get from our programs that people really enjoy the structure of how we do all of our programming here at BBR. Here's a photo of Lauren. She's lost about 5 kilos of fat and fully transformed her body. Pillar 2, structured nutrition. No more guesswork. This is what absolutely kills me. So many people are doing the right things, but there's just a few tweaks that we have to make, which are typically knowing the calories that your calorie intake, your protein intake, your carbohydrate intake. We want to make sure you're having the right amount of micronutrients and fiber as well. So your body is running optimally and you're not getting burnt out, and you have a consistent flow of energy. That's the most important thing, that you have enough energy to get into the gym, to do the workouts, and doing what you need to do to achieve your goals. Derek on the left here has gained a significant amount of muscle and strength and dropped about 7 kilos of fat in his time at BBR. Pillar 3, accountability. The best coaches in the world still have coaches. Everyone needs to be held accountable. I have a coach, my coach has a coach, his coach has a coach. Weekly check-ins with our coaches. We're here to support you, but also give you some tough love. We will hold your hand through this process, but we'll also give you a firm kick up the arse when and if you need it. We do weekly touch points through the week. So the whole accountability through all of our systems at BBR is that you're typically doing your food prep photos on the weekend, so we can see that you've done them and you're setting yourself up for success. Wednesdays, we're doing our check-ins via the BBR app. And then Mondays, I'm doing videos to keep everyone motivated. And then we have our head coaches doing shout outs through the week as well. So pretty much every day throughout the week, you'll get some type of touch point in our Facebook groups. And that's why I really encourage people to join them, because you get so much more value when you're actually involved in the Facebook groups that we have. In the gym and online community. So fat loss and body transformations, it doesn't have to be a lonely journey. If you're in a gym or in our online community, you're surrounded by like-minded people. We're all on the same path. So we're very big on giving encouragements, doing shout outs. If you've done a PB, post it in the group. We really encourage everyone else to support positive behavior. So that's what we're all about. Saying hello, introducing yourself to people in the gym, or if you're online, if you're in the Facebook groups, comment and like on other people's stuff, because that's what makes everyone feel good. And we really want to drive that at BBR. Okay, the formula for success, the non-negotiables that gets results. Follow the BBR training and nutrition plans. Do the required steps to the movement goals. Check in weekly with your coach, track your progress, celebrate others' success. It's huge. Like, I always think that you're not truly winning unless you're helping other people succeed, success as well. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Rinse and repeat. Here's a photo of Dean. He's lost over 10 kilos of fat since joining BBR and has gained some serious muscle and strength as well. Let's bust some quick myths while we're here. Carbs make you fat. Weights make you bulky. Your metabolism is broken. Your body is in starvation mode and storing fat. You need to train 6 days a week. You need to do HIIT sessions to burn fat. You need to be fit to start a gym program. You need to do a juice cleanse or intermittent fasting. The science from body transformations, if you think about the laws of thermodynamics, which is a science, energy and calories, it is a science. So once you actually break it down and we use your age, height, weight, how active you are to dictate your specific caloric intake, along with your macro profiling being how many grams of protein, carbs and fat you eat, that is how we set each and every individual program up for people starting at BBR. That is what gets results. And to go over the myths again quickly, your metabolism is typically not broken or slow, but we can increase that by increasing your lean tissue, which again comes back to our calories and our protein intake. All of your training, nutrition work in synergy. And here's a quick photo of another member, Alan, that's lost 10 kilos since starting at BBR. And the other thing I want to just emphasize again is like people sometimes say that they need to be a little bit more fit before they start a program. But you need to start a program to get fit, not the other way around. And here's what I know with 100% certainty. Some members have lost 20 kilos of fat. Others have built almost 5 kilos of muscle, sometimes more. It's not by doing random workouts or intermittent fasting. It's from following a plan that has been trialed and tested from when I started coaching over 15 years ago. We all thrive from accountability, structure, and encouragement. And one thing I want you to take away from this video, that your metabolic rate, how many calories you burn at rest, is dictated by how much lean tissue you have. There's 2 paths moving forward from here. Option 1, keep trying to do it alone and stay in the same cycle. I'll start again Monday. Option 2, you can follow a proven BBR system and transform with support, thrive in a coaching program that will accelerate your results. Work with coaches that understand your lifestyle and meet you where you're at. Encourage and facilitate positive lifestyle change and reinforce healthy behaviors. We would love to have you a part of the tribe if you feel like this is the right fit for you. What you can expect. Over the next 3 slides, I'm going to show you some more transformations of members that have walked down path number 2. These members were dedicated, hardworking, and followed the blueprint. We can also break down some limiting beliefs. You only need 3 to 5 hours a week in the gym per week. That's it. You don't need to be spending hours upon hours training two times a day. You only need 3 to 5 hours in a gym. You can get epic results by being 80%. Again, 80%, 100% of the time wins. You can still have date nights, you can travel, you can eat out. This is all a part of the program. You can still have you can still eat enjoyable food and have a good life. We teach you this. We encourage you to learn more about food, and we educate you on this in the program because we want to set you up for long-term success. We don't want to put you in a program that is strictly for 4 or 6 weeks or 12 weeks. We want you to understand nutrition. You don't have to read encyclopedias. We will just drip feed you knowledge when we can. And when you have questions, ask, and we love answering those questions. Jeanette has now lost 20 kilos of fat. James has now lost 20 kilos of fat. As I've mentioned before, Pip and Derek collectively have lost over 26 kilos of fat. There's many more transformations like this on our BBR Instagram if you haven't already seen. Now, what you can expect, everything you need in one spot, BBR training app. We give you a tailored nutrition plan. We give you structured training programs. You get weekly check-ins with our BBR head coaches. We give you weekly motivational videos. We give you BBR recipes and cookbooks. And we give you access to a BBR Facebook page. Everything you need to transform your body. We want all of our clients to be excited. We want you to feel connected, cared for, seen, and we want you to know that you've got the support and the system to achieve your goals. Everything that we have done over the last 7 years has been built upon creating a system that is efficient, that gets people the fastest results possible in the shortest amount of times, and we give them the education and support to keep moving towards their goals once they've achieved their first goal. What comes next? When you've done watching this, you can message us on Instagram and say, I'm ready. Once we receive that, we know that you've watched this and then you're ready to go. We'll see you in the DMs, and I really do hope that this video has got you excited. It's been a little bit longer than 10 minutes. I've had a double espresso this morning, so I've talked for a little bit longer. But I feel that you're going to get a lot of value from it, and I want you to be excited. When you get off this video in the next couple of seconds, jump over to Instagram, send us a DM, we can book a call, and from there, we can talk about the programs and building a blueprint specifically for you. Bye for now.